Magic said he'd rather focus on the playoffs, but Sterling brought out his competitive side, which is why he said he basically had to respond. Stephen A., I've heard your take on this, but again, clarify your reaction.
It was sad. It was pretty pathetic on the part of Donald Sterling to reach back and in one breath talk about how he loved Magic Johnson and respected him and it was a friend, to the next minute to bring up, that he has AIDS, when he doesn't, by the way. He has HIV, but not AIDS. But to bring that up and then to attack him as somebody who's not a contributor to the African-American community, I think that one thing I will say is that Donald Sterling is consistent because clearly he's not fond of African-Americans and he never really communicated with them because he hasn't talked to us, because he would know better. We don't feel that way about Magic Johnson.
Right.
You look at Magic Johnson, you know what an entrepreneur he has been. 24-hour fitness centers, the Burger Kings, across numerous states, the Starbucks, the Magic Johnson movie theaters. He has a lot to do with an abundance of minorities, particularly African Americans, finding employment. And I don't think that anybody can dismiss that. I can understand other entrepreneurs who are battling with him, having issues with him because they make deals and then Magic Johnson comes into the equation, throws his name into the fray, and ultimately might take opportunities from them, individuals on his level that he's competing against. But last time I checked, that's the world of business. But what I got from it, it was incredibly alarming. It was vicious. It was just filled with venom and vitriol. But it was Donald Sterling, who has proven himself with every passing day to be a flaming racist. There is no other way to slice it. The man comes across as more and more disgusting every time you see him. My only regret is that I wasn't the one sitting across from him, because as much as I love and respect the work that Anderson Cooper has done throughout his illustrious career, let's just say it would have been a different interview if he was sitting across from me. There would have been some questions that would have been asked just a tad bit differently. And in the end, what it comes down to is very, very simple. The NBA has to get rid of this man. It's been long enough. Where the hell is the vote on the rest of the board of governors consisting of the other 29 owners in the NBA? Where are you? LeBron James wants to know. D. Wade wants to know. Carmelo Anthony wants to know. Kevin Durant wants to know. All the players in the league that matter want to know, where are the NBA owners? Where is this vote? Because it better be unanimous. Not only had there better be a vote by the part of the NBA Board of Governors to get rid of this man. Forget the 3/4 of them that need to vote him out. The way it's going right now, nothing less than an absolute unanimous vote on the part of the NBA owners to get rid of this man will suffice. If there is one person on the NBA's Board of Governors who votes for this man to stay on, we want names. We want to know who he is. We want to know what team he owns. We want to make sure we understand you got to put your face to this vote. It can be nothing short of unanimous. And Donald Sterling, yet again, showed us why.
Although he continues to contend, he has friends around the league who would support him.
And we'll see.
I would like to see that
like to see
publicly.
that. I want to see who it is. Don't get a private vote. No private votes.
No, that's why I said
we want to know who.
Sure. I agree with every point you just made. But now I'm going to give you my 2 cents worth of psychoanalysis of this man. This man is clearly not stable to me, to put it mildly. This is crazy old man talk from an 80-something-year-old man who has become a laughable PR nightmare, who's gone from all-time bad to all-time worse. I don't know what's next. He may attack President Obama today. I don't know what's next. It's almost like he has an NBA death wish. Like, who else? I could go to Magic and the black community and the AIDS and the what else could you do for PR nightmare? How much worse could you get? Now, here's the why of it for me. I said it the first day after the tape broke. I sat right here, and I believe Ms. Champion agreed with me. The root of all this is jealousy.
100%.
Jealousy,
yeah.
because he was privately recorded without his knowledge during a lover's quarrel in which he was clearly greatly threatened by a picture that she posted of her and Magic Johnson. He's threatened by Magic as somehow that she has now a thing for Magic Johnson. And it's very clear, as Magic said yesterday, this man is in love with V. Stiviano. Yeah. He's in love, and that's, I'm not putting that mildly. Nope. This is not some passing affair that a rich billionaire had. Nope. He's crazy in love with her, and he's still in love. It didn't come and go because she ratted him out. You know, that's what would usually, if you were just having an affair, she was your mistress, you'd say, heck with her.
Right.
You know, onward and upward. Go ahead.
Just as a question, pause.
Oh, boy.
Are y'all trying to say that when V. Stiviano said that she was his silly rabbit, that clearly she wasn't lying? She wasn't lying?
Yeah.
I mean, it appears that that's what the case is.
No, that's true.
They're in love.
Yeah.
No.
He's in love.
He's the silly rabbit.
Yeah,
you know, right?
More exactly. Yeah. He's the silly rabbit.
She ain't nobody in love with you taping your conversation like that. Sorry.
So remember, he has an irrational view of Magic, and so now he feels like he has to, because he still wants her back. Now, he went to the Barbara Walters interview reportedly with her, and they were going to do it together, and then they fell apart, as I read, I don't know how true all this was, in the elevator going up to the interview. Came close to doing it together because he still wants her at his side. So publicly, he's trying to belittle the man that he sees as the biggest threat.
Of course.
Now, this is irrational, but the biggest threat to his woman that he wants back.
Sure.
Magic Johnson. Okay, so how can I discredit him publicly? I can say he doesn't give enough to the black community. I can even reach for, oh yeah, he got AIDS, which he didn't get AIDS, HIV, but he was sleeping around all over the league.
In every city.
Is that a good example for your children? V. Stiviano, he's like he's talking to V. Is that the guy you want to post on your Instagram?